Are you out of sync with your career? Life's not about what you do, it's about being true to yourself. After years of climbing up the wrong ladder, I found myself burning out and unhappy. I learned that forcing myself to plan and change helped me to follow my passion. The Naked Career will give you tools to find the career you were made for. You too can reveal your full potential and hammer home your dreams with the Naked Career. Can you step outside your comfort zone easily? Do you have the courage to seek your ideal career? My book will enable you to do this and also give you the tools to self-evaluate and choose your perfect working life. It'll encourage you to be innovative and watch out for all job opportunities. By following these proven ideas, together with perseverance, you'll be able to discover and have what you love to do. I guarantee that by following the simple strategies presented in the Naked Career, you'll achieve very positive career results.
Many people's lives are like a helpless boat, tossed around by the winds and the waves and other uncontrollable forces. Or your career can be like a ship, which has charted its course, which knows where it is going, and uses all the resources available to it to get to where it wants to go to. It's in control. Hello, I'm Stephen Conway, founder of Career Navigators. Like many of you, my career was at the mercy of uncertainty. But now, out of our combined experiences, we have developed a program that can help you effectively chart your course through life and reach your career goals. Let's join my associate, Paul Mayer, who is sharing his experiences at one of our introductory seminars.
Somebody once said to me that a career is a bit like a warm bath. The longer you stay in, the more wrinkled you get. But as you know, careers these days tend to change quite often, and it's not uncommon for people to expect to change every 2 or 3 years. I just want to read you this statement. I'm the kind of person who likes to work with and through good relationships with others. I believe that I'm a good communicator, have good common sense, and like to work in progressive surroundings where quality of service is an important consideration. I guess that's what I read in 1995 when I met Stephen. And I was in recruiting in those days, and I was dealing with a lot of people, processing a lot of people, training a lot of people, helping a lot of people. And my company's called Full Potential Services Limited, and it contracts to Career Navigators. And as you can tell by that name, Full Potential Services, I personally have a passion in helping people realise their full potential. So I suppose you sit there and you say, well, why should this guy have anything more that anybody else has? I mean, Warwick made a valid point this morning. He said you tend to go to these little workshops and seminars and you hear the same thing again that you heard before. And you go out the door and you think, well, gosh, I have heard that before. I wonder why I haven't done anything about it yet. And the thing I find that happens is that most people are so habitual about what they're doing now that they actually don't want to break out of that comfort zone. What I'm going to share with you is a little bit about how I've seen people change, make change, how I've gone through change myself, in order to lead you into our career training and development program, which is worked through on a modular basis, which people work on over a period of time. I'm going to share it in a bit of a visual way. I've got a few things around me here that I'm going to share with you, and I guess I'm right into symbols. I think people do remember symbols probably much better than they do words, because we hear so many words. I'm not sure how many words you've already heard today. Now, Stephen talked about moving into the 21st century. Question: are you year 2000 compliant? Anybody heard that? Anybody heard that? Anybody into technology? John said he has something to do with technology. Has anybody had their computers checked out to see whether they're year 2000 compliant? Good. I got a call the other day from Fletcher Challenge. They said, we're using one of your products and we're doing a year 2000 audit. Can you tell us if it's year 2000 compliant? Well, I challenge you, the same question I think applies to us with our careers or who we might be guiding and directing in the career field. Because you see, we're a bit like computers. There's two aspects to us. There's the hardware and how we look after it, right? And there's the software, which is how we program ourselves. And that programming has gone on for so long that it comes back to those very early years when we started off. And if I take my own personal background, I remember being taught that it's pretty cool to get a career, make it work for you, be loyal, give good service, hang in there, and eventually you'll get the gold watch, was sort of a bit of an old saying. All right? I have to say that era is gone. And I'm sure many of you have seen how that's happened as well. You hear people time and time again saying that I spent 20, 30 years there and now my job is gone. The opportunity's not there. A machine's doing it. Or technology's taken over. We've de-jobbed, we've re-engineered, we've restructured, we've downsized are some of the terms that we're hearing. And amidst all this is the fallout of people. And it would seem that what we need to do is we need to find a place where we're wanted and where our skills and abilities are needed as opposed to go where we traditionally went. And so that the traditional form of employment role, I think, is fast diminishing. I mean, we've done a lot of reading and research. Stephen has, I've done, and you don't have to go and read all these books. I mean, over the top, It's Not Luck, Rainbows of Success. Stephen will tell you about that. That's a good one to read. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Job Shift, What Colour's Your Parachute? Heard some of these names before? They're all out there, they're all around. Now, do they make the change for you? No, they don't. They expose you to ideas and information, like we're doing for you here today, and sharing with you a 4-module program that we've got operating that we believe has got a place in the market for people that are developing their careers. I'm a big fan on acronyms. Hats. What can I fit hats into? I don't know, I gave a bit of thought about that before I came here, so I'm just going to say to myself, well, perhaps I was lucky enough and I had a terrific start. So in other words, I think that my programming's not too bad because I'm quite lucky that Mum let me dig in the garden, pull worms, stretch them, taste them. They're not bad, all right? I actually didn't tend to be, don't do that, you might get a germ. I was actually encouraged, I guess, in lots of ways to search out and go into the non-obvious. So just to use my little acronym of HATS, I'm just going to share with you how I think this might have unfolded. I guess eventually, I want to share this one with you. I ended up with someone with a tie like this. In fact, in 1990, I was a bank manager. But I guess along the way, I had to identify that if I hadn't had some fun with my little colourful hat, then really was life really worthwhile. And that fun came about in lots of ways, I guess. A country boy, I talked about Mum letting me fiddle with the worms. I wasn't really a cricket player, but I played a bit of tennis. I actually became a Boy Scout. Those are sort of fairly interesting things to do. I became a party goer, and we used to do all sorts of things. We went to dress-up parties, and we did all sorts of other funny things. I became a bikini inspector. I always wanted to go to Hawaii, but instead I used to hang loose. As we moved houses, I found I was often a painter and a paper hanger between changes. That was about all I had to do. Here I was. To be successful in this career was to take a move, go to the next place, buy a new house, sell the old one, don't worry about the wife and the kids' tears, settle into a new place, get it all painted in Bobsy dye, and then get ready for the next transfer. As Stephen said, that really means that people have to look at how they change and the transition. My transition was buffeted by the fact that I had the benefit of going on a career redevelopment program. 3 months of my life, 8 to 5, working on myself. And this is the important thing. To find oneself is one of the keys to success. Of course, as you're aware, success depends on what your purpose and goals in life are. And that's the challenge in a career. When you know what you're looking for, you can use the vehicle to get you there. We use a simple little thing in one of our programs which talks about this thing here, which can be the rut in life to get from where we are now to where we want to be. And we're talking about in Career Navigators of building that bridge to get you to where you want to be. Now, if people slip into that rut, which often happens when you get forced into a career change, these rotten, unforgettable times are often take you to the depths. And those depths can be avoided if you use and share with others, find an organisation that can help you go through that journey, of which Career Navigators is one. And at the end of the day, this where I want to be is an ongoing thing. I think it's an ongoing thing, and people develop and evolve into that. So in order to achieve that, you have to obviously get some planning and some organisation done, and that's really what our program's about as it works over the 4-module program. It gives people the opportunity to do that. So that's when it comes back to the whole balance in life. It includes changing things like the habits that we'd formed over a long, long period of time. First of all, we've got a choice. You've all chosen to come along today. All right? A lot of people are out doing other things, running, cycling, doing whatever. But we all have a choice in the career we're in. And I think we're in a world where that choice can be much fuller and much more fulfilling, because at the end of the day, the career you choose should be the vehicle to take you through life to make happen what you want to have happen. Talked a lot about the fact that if you don't have your thinking right, if your attitude to your career and your future is not right, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to make the adjustments or guide and direct and help those that you need to make that change. Responsibility. I had to say after 20 years in the bank, Paul, you're actually responsible for your career. You naughty boy, you've actually let the bank be responsible for it. You've done all the traditional things, you've got a wife and you've got children and you've got a mortgage. And oh, it grows in banking when the mortgages used to be cheap, I can tell you. It stays around a long time as well. Okay? But you have to take responsibility for it, because no one else can do it for you. No one whatsoever. I hate to say it, but you're going to need some energy. And the energy is going to come from within. It's going to come within from when you've got peace of mind with what you're doing and where you're heading. It's going to come from looking after the hardware, looking after the body, ensuring that you're ready to move forward on that. It's going to take a bit of enthusiasm. How do we get enthusiastic about anything? Anybody got any ideas? Visualise it well in advance. Yep. Okay. Well, certainly, what have I missed out of there? The H or something. You certainly got to have some knowledge about whatever it is, first of all. And then I think you've got to have probably a desire to want to learn about it. You know, I've got an enthusiasm about career change now. I've been through it. I'm helping other people go through it. And I know there's better ways to do it. I know you don't have to spend 10 years in transition if you can prepare yourself well. I know we laugh, but there are people that it's taken that long. We've got people out there that are full-time unemployed. They're professional unemployed. Right? Okay. So the enthusiasm comes from the knowledge, the desire, and the belief that you can do it. The belief. And that enthusiasm, funnily enough, is infectious. So what's that left me with? Career, another R. You see, what you have to do is you have to respect your instincts and your inner self. In fact, you even have to respect some of the information you get from other people, that it actually might work. I mean, you can go through all those books and spend time. That's excellent. We've got to gain knowledge. We've got to gain information. You know, the new business things, strategic partnering, all that sort of stuff, relationship marketing, all those sort of things. But at the end of the day, you've got to respect yourself and where you're going, and I'm sure the ones that matter to you as well, the loved ones around you. Okay. So I think a career is all about choices, getting your thinking right, taking responsibility for it, ensuring you've got the energy, certainly being enthusiastic about it, and being respectful of what goes on. It's about making a lifetime commitment to the careers that you want to choose through life. It's not just being the one thing anymore. I'll just talk a little bit about, I guess, some of the things that are now gone. I mean, I mentioned symbols. Now, there used to be something called job security once. This is, one of those nice secure locks that people all like in their houses that you've got to have the key to get in, so that even if you get in through the window, you can't get out through the door and that sort of stuff. People like to feel secure, okay? And it's the same in our work environments. But I think you've got to remember is that security is a state of mind, and the security within is much stronger than the security outside. Because at the end of the day, the only thing we can control is the way we react to things. The way we react to things. And then the choices come back to how we're thinking, or what our attitude is, and how we automatically respond. So security is a state of mind. So what you need to do is you probably need to stand up and be noticed, and that's why I used this little symbol here. I don't think you need to walk around with one of these things on your forehead to say, listen, I'm a new age, new millennium career addict, and I'm pretty cool, and I really know what it's about. You don't need to do that. But what you do need to do is you do need to get a confidence within yourself or within the environment you're working, if you're working and helping and educating other people, so that they can have the confidence to make that change. And it's okay to have a combination of things. But the point is that people can choose what they want to achieve. So I think some of these new work rules that are coming through are good reasons that we have to prepare people properly for change in career. And that's where Career Navigators leads into our activities that are going on and our modules that we've built on to achieve the change. But one thing's for sure, if you're looking at career transition, if you're looking at discovering, enriching, going through a transition, then we can help you do that, and we're going to be delighted to do so, but you need to make some choices.
Well, are you Career 2000 compliant? I'm Bob Beaver. I'm a lecturer in human resource management, and I worked with Paul and Stephen to develop the Career Navigators workshops. Let me tell you a little bit about these workshops. They consist of 4 modules. In Module 1, Career Discovery, you identify your personal, unique qualities and strengths and gain a total perspective of your career. Career Enrichment, Module 2, enables you to increase personal work satisfaction and business effectiveness. Career Transition, Module 3, gives you the tools to successfully manage risk and change. And Module 4, Career Navigation, enables you to use the market as your customer and take control of your future. So what are the benefits you will receive from this program? Firstly, you'll clarify a sense of purpose and meaning in life. You'll also sharpen the skills that you need to take advantage of opportunities in the new millennium. And last but not least, you will save time and money by making choices that are right for you. Thank you for watching this introductory video, and we look forward to working with you.
The Naked Career will give you tools to find the career you were made for.